Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Wendy Chen. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in today's show, we join Tzu Chi volunteers in China's Hebei province as they continue to hold winter aid distribution for the needy. In Taiwan, a new type of daycare is now available for those families who have elderly members in need of special care. And in Zhanghua's Lugang town, we meet a brother pair, Wang Zhaonan and Wang Zhaohe, who produce wooden furniture the traditional way. First up in China, after Tzu Chi volunteers completed their winter aid distributions in Yi County, Hebei province, they soon arrived at 3 villages in Ganhejing Township to continue their work in the most remote and poorest area. To complete the aid distribution before the heavy snow begins, they decided to shorten the event to 1 day, but still doing their best to ensure that every resident received sufficient aid supplies to get through the cold winter.
At 4 a.m., the sky is still dark, yet Tzu Chi volunteers have been hurrying on with their journey to the distribution site in Ganhejing Township, as they want to bring the aid supplies to the residents before the heavy snow.
I've heard that you are from Taiwan. I think we are all Chinese. We are very close. Thank you very much. Yes, that's right.
On the day of the aid distribution, the temperature is minus 15 degrees Celsius. Many residents have to get up early, like this elderly couple who walks for over 2 hours to pick up Tzu Chi's aid supplies.
你知道我们是哪里来的吗？
那个台湾的。
领什么物资？
白面、大米、油、盐、衣裳、被子。暖不暖和？暖和。够不够呢？暖的心够。够。暖的心都暖和。心也暖和。心暖和。心暖和是最棒的。对。
Here at Nandapingdi Village, Ganhejing Township, the rough mountain roads force the volunteers to carry the relief items to the distribution site. To carry 50 kilograms of supplies back home, this resident has to rely on his mule.
This is my mule. I'll put the flour on this bracket and use a rope to tie it up. I've got to walk for 1.5 hours to get back home.
The resident who has no mule has to carry a pack basket full of supplies back home.
您待会儿怎么拿回家呢？待会儿背着呗。您背着回家？背着回去。就拿那个背篓背回家。得走多长时间呀，路上？哎呀，我空着也得2个钟头。2个钟头。暖和不？暖和。这心都暖了。心都暖和了。还有种。
Before midday, the volunteers have efficiently handed out the relief items, bringing warmth to 179 households living in Ganhejing Township.
Also in China, by moving to Guangdong province, Tzu Chi volunteers in Dongguan regularly visit local nursing homes. Not only do the elderly people look forward to these visits, but the volunteers themselves also can't wait to return, as they believe that bringing joy to these senior residents is the best way to give back.
Volunteers never get tired of singing the same songs and chatting about the same things. Instead, they look forward to every visit.
The grandmas and grandpas here get especially excited when they hear that the volunteers are coming. Tzu Chi volunteers have been visiting for over 3 years. They really make an effort to come and spend time with the elderly.
Volunteers make an effort to visit because they know that time waits for no one, so they live in the moment, singing and dancing to amuse the elderly. Whether it's at the Zhongtang Nursing Home or at the Shandong Nursing Home, volunteers dressed in yellow vests come fully prepared. Some volunteers give massages to the elderly, while others give them no longer with them, but they believe that honoring the elderly the same way we honor our parents is one of the best ways to give back.
Next, Tzu Chi volunteers in Hong Kong's New Territory provided vegetarian lunches at Makam Chan Memorial English Secondary School. Meanwhile, their counterparts in Kunshan City, Jiangsu Province, organized 3 sessions of vegetarian cooking class, so more people may learn how to cook meatless dishes.
Our master says in order to save our planet, we need to embrace vegetarianism, and meatless dishes are no less appetizing.
It is with this belief that the Tzu Chi Kunshan office has been transformed into a cooking class, and the speaker is Tzu Chi's kitchen volunteer. Apart from teaching, volunteers hope to spread Tzu Chi's philosophy as well.
Purpose of this vegetarian cooking class is not only to promote vegetarianism, but to invite more people to join Tzu Chi.
This is the third cooking class held by the Kunshan volunteers. Not only did many students learn how to cook meatless dishes, but their situation at home improved as well.
Since I learned to cook vegetarian meals, when I get home, I put on my apron and get to work right away. My mother-in-law is very pleased. She says it is not often that I cook meals for her. This vegetarian cooking class brought harmony into our home.
I cooked what I have learned from the class for my family. My husband tells me he has gained a bigger appetite just by looking at the dishes I have prepared. On the completion of the class, the volunteers organized a charity food sale. Whilst indulging in delicious vegetarian dishes, one is donating their love to help needy children too. Meanwhile, here in Hong Kong, Tzu Chi volunteers arrived at the Ma Kam Chun Memorial English Secondary School to support their annual Vegetarian Day and hope to introduce the benefits of vegetarianism to the students as well.
The students and parents are very supportive and embrace the vegetarian meals we prepared.
Apart from the delicious meals, volunteers also prepared fruit platters and desserts in the hopes that the entire school may come to love and embrace a vegetarian diet.
In Taiwan, a new type of daycare was established 3 years ago, Adult Family Daycare, where a certified family can provide care for seniors during the day. It is for those families that do not have the ability to care for their elderly, yet do not want to send them into a nursing home. Currently in Taipei, there are 4 families providing care in this way. Let's take a look at what it takes to become one of these Adult Family Daycare providers.
My husband will go pick them up, and if it is raining, then we have indoor activities. This senior, I used to take care of her when I was a nurse aide.
Promptly in the morning, the seniors arrive at the home of Chen Song Nian.
The eldest is 97, the youngest 80, so including my own family, our average age is about 80 years old.
The people taking care of these seniors are not foreign laborers or family members, but professional caretakers.
132/75, this level of blood pressure is good. The Veterans General and Zhenxing Hospital are nearby. We can take them there if need be.
The 59-year-old Miss Chen was a nurse when she was younger, so she's well-versed in taking care of others.
When they go home, some seniors have dinner at a later time, so I'll feed them a snack around 3 p.m. After that, sometimes they will have a bath.
The seniors all seem to have the heart of a child. This is just like a daycare center, but for adults, where the elderly come during the day. Miss Chen had the idea of running adult family daycare, and with her husband's support within 3 months, they have moved, renovated, and were ready for business.
Because we are afraid of seniors sleeping, this floor is non-sleep. Also, in the bathroom, we have handlebars installed for safety.
Having designed the house with elderly in mind, the husband and wife team are also adept at handling situations.
Taking care of these seniors is not too difficult. The most important thing is to have patience and love. Since in their eyes we are much younger, we need to show them respect.
How does one meet the requirements to start an adult family daycare?
Adult family daycare providers must pass a standard test or have certification. Then they must have 1,000 hours of on-job training. Those training hours are especially important, as taking care of a senior is not an easy job. One family can provide care for up to 4 seniors.
While it may seem ideal, there are only 4 adult family daycares in Taipei.
The difficulty is that an adult family daycare needs to be located on the first floor. If the building doesn't have a wheelchair-accessible elevator, in Taipei City, 51% of apartment buildings are older ones without elevators.
Perhaps adult family daycare is a new way to care for our aging parents, as it means our parents are never too far away, yet still well taken care of.
Staying in Taiwan, we meet Mr. Xu, who is a deaf-mute and makes ends meet by collecting recyclables. Mr. Xu's house once suffered leakage, and thanks to Tzu Chi volunteers, his house was fixed. Knowing that it is more of a blessing to give than to receive, Mr. Xu has become a member of the repair team and follows Tzu Chi volunteers in helping those in greater need.
Cutting a steel bar, Tzu Chi volunteers are fixing the senior's home as the roof has collapsed. With the steel bar stabilizing the roof, this senior doesn't have to worry about her old house anymore. Using machinery to cut the building materials, this is Mr. Xu, who is a deaf-mute and supports his family by collecting recyclables.
When we met him back then, he didn't like to talk. Before, he needed to use a can and couldn't walk properly.
For years, Mr. Xu's house leaked whenever it rained. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers helped him fix his home. Soon after, Mr. Xu's life changed for the better.
When we went to fix his house, he told us that he didn't need to use the can anymore.
I really like him. He is very hardworking and smiles a lot.
Now all smiles, Mr. Xu has become a member of the repair team. When we asked him for his opinion about his life now, he wrote down these words for us.
DaAi. 他人很爱。
In Taiwan, Changhua County's Lugang was once well known for making traditional furniture and was especially famous for its finely crafted wooden items. With the passing of time, however, and the decreasing demand for wooden furniture, the industry has slowly declined. In today's feature report on Taiwan Sunset Trades, we meet Wang Zaonan and his brother Wang Zaohe, who are still working to preserve the traditional culture in their own way.
We have to take the wet materials outside for some sunshine. It is just like taking care of children. You are worried about whether they are cold or too hot, whether they will get wet in the rain, and we have to pack the wood inside when it's raining. The whole process is like taking care of children.
These wooden materials need to first go through a 3-month drying process before being turned into furniture. Any water inside the material will increase the chance of cracks. Traditional furniture is made in a process called joinery woodwork, which means no nails or metal frames will be used at all.
Once I've stabilized this, I can put this in here. I will just make a tenon joint, and this is the standard length we are making.
Measurements must be exact when making this furniture, as even the slightest misjudgment may lead to failure. So these craftsmen always use tools to help them get the right measurement.
This is the standard distance, so we turned it around like this and measure this side. When the two sides are the same length, that means it is equally divided into half. Our furniture is the traditional type, in which there are no nails are used. So yes, that's one of our selling points. We make our products with passion, and it's really fine work. But furniture produced by machines won't feel the same. This is what our customers think and have shared with us.
Zhanghua's Lugang was one of the most well-known towns for wooden furniture in Taiwan and was particularly famous for its fine craft work. With the passing of time, the industry slowly declined. Wang Zaonan began learning the skills from his father and brother after he graduated from junior high school.
My father said to me that when I was learning craft work from him, I was not regarded as his son. He would not forgive me if I made any mistakes.
In his 3 years and 4 months as an apprentice, Wang Zaonan came across many challenges.
My father's way of punishment is not to hit us or scold us, but to pinch our eyelids like this so that we didn't close our eyes and paid more attention to details. That's probably why I have double-fold eyelids. It doesn't get bruised, but it really hurts.
The strict training process helped Wang Zaonan build a strong foundation in his field. It is right to say that the making of traditional furniture requires patience and details.
My future plan is, of course, first to build a strong foundation, and personally, I would like to do teaching in school. Based on what my father has left behind, I hope more students will learn about our traditional culture.
Through preserving the traditional culture in his own way, Wang Zaonan has received much recognition and many awards.
For the past 27 years, I've been doing the same thing, but it is with that knowledge and skills passed down to me by my father that I'm looking at things differently. I'm still passing on our culture, and I want people to know how beautiful our furniture is.
In its 5 years of establishment, the Tainan Tzu Chi Senior High School not only cultivated many outstanding students, but it also provided an opportunity for teachers to fulfill their dreams. An elementary school teacher made it her mission to change and inspire the lives of her students through promoting vegetarianism and field trips to the recycling station.
Scene after scene depicting the misery brought by the devastating earthquake that struck Japan last March shocked the world. A teacher at Tainan Tzu Chi Senior High School, Shen Yiru, took this disaster as a warning.
做环保除了你平常做资源回收，那可不可以先减少自己的口欲开始？
In just 1 year, other teachers have not only stopped questioning the vegetarianism movement, but have also joined the efforts.
Most people have been eating meat for over 2 decades. It's impossible to ask them to become a vegetarian overnight. In light of this, we must work even harder to educate others.
Shen Yiru isn't the only one behind the vegetarian movement. Her students, who initially resisted, have later become her most effective helpers.
My grandparents are vegetarians, but my mother isn't. But after I became a vegetarian, my mother and the entire family also followed suit.
Shen Yiru also pushed for educational field trips, giving students and parents the opportunity to visit local recycling centers. Change often starts with just one person. This year, Shen Yiru officially became a certified Tzu Chi volunteer and vowed to use her dedication to inspire change in the field of education.
To continue with our stories on New Shoot Scholarship recipients in Malaysia, Lale Tambia and Lenjens, a sister and brother pair in Malacca, were awarded the scholarship for their scholastic achievements. After their mother passed away 2 years ago, the two helped their father with household chores and never complained. They hope that in the future they can give back to society and help those in disadvantaged situations like themselves.
Sweeping the floors, washing the dishes and helping prepare meals is what Lalitambia does when she returns from Kuala Lumpur. While Linges helps to bathe their eldest brother who has mobility problems. Despite their situation, Lalitambia and Linges never complain.
This has been our family's situation since we were young, so we are used to it. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I don't get home until 7 in the evening, so my dad does the chores first and I take over when I get home.
And this is my mom.
The siblings' mom suffered from diabetes, and during her illness, not only did they take care of their mother, but also handled the household chores. Despite being continually on the go between home and school, Lalitambia still achieved outstanding grades and got accepted into university. Linges also got good results in his exams.
Because my mom, she don't have the opportunity to study. She said, at least you got opportunity to study, so you go ahead. That's my mom's dream is that she wants her children to be somebody in the future.
Since my mom passed away, I don't play around anymore. I take my studies seriously. My mom told us to be hardworking and diligent so that we can go to university. It was her wish.
Deeply moved by their excellent academic performance and passion for learning, Tzu awarded the sister-brother pair with a scholarship for their scholastic achievements.
They know life isn't easy for them, but they stick together and work hard so they may have a better future. Lalitambia says that when she graduates from university, she will return the kindness she has received back to the community.
I must pay back what people helped me.
Facing their difficulties with a positive attitude, may Lalitambia and Linges maintain this enthusiastic spirit as they move towards a better tomorrow.
Back in Taiwan, the Honor Store is established at DaAi's Wufeng University to teach students the importance of honesty, helping others and being grateful. What is unique about this store is that it does not have a cashier. Instead, customers place the money for each item inside a donation box, and all proceeds go towards helping needy students and families.
Items that would have been discarded are put to good use at the Honor Store.
A few of the items are new, but most are second-hand items.
At the Honor Store, students browse the store and pick out what they like. Afterwards, they place their money in a donation box.
All the items here are really useful. You can find stationery as well as other practical items.
I only needed a few markers for a project at work, not an entire set, and put $2 empty in the box.
All the shoppers happily support the store because it not only helps reduce waste to protect our environment, but its proceeds also go to assisting needy students and families.
To help children learn to cherish all given resources, teachers at the Tzu Bayan Lepers Kindergarten in Malaysia asked their students to collect toys and clothes no longer in use and clean and pack them for gifts for the children in the orphanage. Seeing those less fortunate has helped the youngsters to count blessings and learn to be grateful. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.